Elephants War here in Somers, and welcome back as we have the Somers Tuskers taking on the New Canaan Rams. And welcome back. Somers Tuskers come into this game on a loss, as with a loss to the Ridgefield Tigers, 15-7 in that one. And then New Canaan comes into the season 1-0. The Tuskers also won the season opener against Scarsdale 17-4. But taking a look at this New Canaan team, they're a phenomenal team, one of the top teams in the nation, and it's gonna be a tough challenge for the Tuskers today. But I'm sure they are gonna be able to play them tough, and it's gonna be an exciting one. But New Canaan has 10 players already committed to a school for lacrosse, and yeah, that's a ton. That's a lot more than Ridgefield did, just the team we played just the other day. So Somers is out there, New Canaan getting wet, and the Rams getting ready to head out there as the Tuskers come into this one at a 1-1 record. New Canaan comes into that one at a 1-0 record, undefeated on the season. Also one of the top teams for preseason in New York and Connecticut as well. Top-ranked team heading into this season. So New Canaan's going to be a tough team for the Tuskers to beat, but it gives a great challenge for the Tuskers, and I'm excited to see if they're able to succeed here. But even if they lose, if they're able to compete, it would still be very impressive. But both teams now out in the middle as they're going to shake, and we're going to get started. So in the middle, who has been in the middle most of the time in the two games for the Tuskers this year, it has been Matt Mayfield, and he is indeed in the middle again for the Tuskers. Also in the middle for the tip-off, we have number 17. That is number 17, Williams. That is actually number 77 of James. So James is able to get it. That's Hayes. And Somers winds up with it, so Matt Mayfield with it finds number 26 for the Tuskers. So Somers not able to recover the face-off, but they are able to get it eventually. So now Wachell with it. Wachell movement finds Battaglia, who loses it. It's going to be scooped up. Never mind, it does not get scooped up. Goes out of bounds, but Battaglia is going to be closest. But so now 9 with it for New Canaan. So they're going to give it to New Canaan there. It's New Canaan's ball now. Back to 18, back to 91. Movement around, going back to 9. New Canaan back with it now. 98 loses it and gets it back. They have a huge roster as well if you take a look at this team. As New Canaan goes up, goes back, and they go in. New Canaan is going to take a 1-0 lead. Did not catch who that was that got it in, but New Canaan already on the board in the first minute of the game. And that was... So Gray Wildman gets it in, and that is going to make it a 1-0 lead for the New Canaan Rams. As now back in the middle, it is Matt Mayfield for the Tuskers, and then James O'Neill for New Canaan, a 10th grader as well. Back in the middle with it now, so Mayfield has it. Mayfield finds Brush. Brush back out, finds 21 for the Tuskers. Now movement around, as now it's Kelly with it. There goes Mason Kelly running back for the Somers Varsity football team this year for the Tuskers. Starting running back there. Goes back to Mendez. Now finds Kelly again. Movement around. Now it's the Tuskers starting QB. Iglesias finds his brother Tristan Iglesias. Now back to Tremendez. So Tremendez with it. Tremendez goes up, and a block by New Canaan's goalie there. And who will get it? New Canaan able to pick it up, and it's going to be New Canaan's ball. So with it now, New Canaan. Big pass. So that is number 55 who finds number 2 for New Canaan. So with it now, 18 back to 8. 8 who loses it. It's picked up. So now movement around. 19, it's Kennedy for the Tuskers, able to grab it, lost it there, and who's going to wind up with it when all is said and done? It is New Canaan, but a penalty, a flag whistle is blown here, and they're actually going to call a timeout. So that is going to be a timeout as a early 1-0 start for New Canaan. And let's take a look. What are some players on Somers to look out for today? So we got Miguel Iglesias, been a top player for the Tuskers in the first 2 games. Also, our starting QB for the Somers Tuskers on Varsity Football got Matt Mayfield, excellent in the middle, always in the middle. Also for the tip-offs for the Tuskers, we got Tristan Iglesias, Miguel Iglesias' younger brother, also the top candidate to be the next quarterback for the Tuskers next year. We also got Mason Kelly, talking about him before, running back for the football team, but also great in lacrosse as well. And we got Logan Ruby going. He is committed to Springfield College. Dylan Mendez and Dean Palazzolo, also a phenomenal player in football. Those are just players to look out for in Somers. New Canaan's roster just has talent all around. There are 10 players committed to college, and this is just according to the lacrosse recruiting database, but it's just phenomenal how this team has so many great players. Somers has multiple players committed to colleges as well, but not as many as 10. So now with it, it's that's 18 back to 3, goes on the bottom, and he goes in a lower throw. It does not go in. So now with it, 18 back out to 31. 31 of New Canaan with it. For the Rams, movement back, finds 9. 9 with it. It goes up too high there. Too high. And, however, New Canaan will be closer, so New Canaan is going to keep the ball here. That also means the clock does continue. But it's going to be touched by the Tuskers. That's Marcus who touched it. Letting it roll out of bounds, but New Canaan is able to scoop it up. That's number 11 with it. 11 of New Canaan back out. Finds 91 who tries to get it and loses it there. And because of that, the Tuskers and Dean Palazzolo will be throwing it back in for the Tuskers. Number 91. They have been finding a lot today on New Canaan. That's Gray. And a foul now. So Wildman gets it in, and that is going to be a 2-0 lead. Kid I was just talking about, very involved in the game so far, and now gets that goal for New Canaan, making it a 2-0 lead for them. So now back in the middle, we got 77 and Mayfield. Back for the face-off. 77 gets it again. Face-off is a spot in lacrosse you really need to succeed. But going around now, 27 with it. Goes up on the bottom. Goes off to the left. Scooped up by number 11. So 11 with it. Goes back to 18. Passing along. 11-18. Now it's 11 with it. Guarded by 26 for the Tuskers. Goes back out. That's 33. 33 finds 10, goes back up, finds 91, does not get it in there, but close. And a close one there. Gray, however, and according to this roster, he's a freshman as well, which is phenomenal that he's playing this great at that age. So Gray with it. There goes Gray. Goes back up, goes in, another one. That is going to be Gray again. Multiple goals today as Gray gets it in, making it a 3-0 lead for New Canaan. A great start for New Canaan. So that's Gray. Gray Wildman gets it in. And And I believe he scored at least 2 goals today. So now, and the face-off, it's going to be, there goes 77 now with it. Finds 11. Back to 8 now, so movement around. So keep an eye out for Gray. Has been big so far for New Canaan. And now it's 33 with it. So 33 has it. Finds 10. Movement around. There goes 10. Cradling the stick. Going around. Heads now to the back of the goal. So with it finds number 11. So 11 with it. Goes back up. Finds 10. Movement around. Back to 11. Goes back. Tries to get it in. It does not go in. And ball does not go out of bounds. We'll see what the call is here. So yeah, New Canaan able to hold on to it here. With it now, we got 18. Finds 24. Back to 33. Movement around for New Canaan. 33 is taking it. Now finds back. It's 91 of Gray. Gray with it. Goes back up. And defense shows up there for the Tuskers. So Brett Kennedy throws it back out. A great defensive play for the Tuskers, not allowing Gray to score there. So as we take a moment, let's take a look at what is key. What is key in this matchup first, New Canaan, and it's just every player being successful in this game for New Canaan and for the Tuskers, and to be able to beat New Canaan, and that's just the key to success for the Tuskers or any team to win. Just every player, especially in lacrosse, needs to show up and do the best they can. With it now, so 33 goes back to 11. So 11 with it, goes back up, finds 24, movement around, goes 33, and it's gonna go out of bounds. And it's gonna be the Tuskers that are going to take over. So Marzella, the goalie there, has it currently. And Marzella is going to throw it back out. So movement already, game plan down the field. So Marzella finds Kennedy there for the Tuskers. There goes Kennedy, rolling. Goes back up, finds Brush, tries to get a short goal. Goes up, goes behind, rolls out of bounds. Iglesias, I believe, was the closest. Let's see what the ref calls here. Yes, so it looks like Iglesias is heading back, and it's going to be Tristan Iglesias who throws it out to Miguel Iglesias there. Brothers there. So, Brush now with it. Iglesias brothers find Brush. Goes to Battaglia, who loses it, and it's going to be New Canaan after that who picks it up. Bounces off his net, and 55 is able to grab it there. And New Canaan now, number 8, finds number 27 now with it. There's 27, back out to 98. So with it now. 9 with it. Movement for number 9, finds number 3. New Canaan, a lot of passing here. Not by the goal, though. Still a little bit down the field. Somers is playing pretty good goal defense. They got a lot of players currently around the goal, trying to prevent the score, and it goes off to the left of the goal. That is going to end. We'll see what the call was here. Did not see who was closer. It was New Canaan who was closer there. So New Canaan with it. Number 9 goes back. Finds 98. Loses it, and it's going to be 3 of New Canaan who picks it up. Goes back up. Now to 9. 9 with it. Loses it. Somers playing great defense, but 99 able to pick it up. 98 able to pick it up and rolls out of eventually, after passing, bad pass there, attempted the goal way off, and it's going to be the Tuskers who take over. So now here comes the Tuskers coming back out with it right now. It's Bolesky. Bolesky is going to find Wachell. Wachell to Luby. Demendez with it and loses it, but Demendez is able to pick it up before New Canaan is able to grab it. So with it now, Demendez. A little bit of a trick play running in circles there, shaking up the New Canaan defense. That's now with it. It is Kelly, number 11 for the Tuskers. Whereas number 25 in football, as it's passing around now, taking it. Kelly is also going to Brown University as committed there for lacrosse. And it's very windy outside as both teams, a cold day here in Somers, New York, as both teams are trying to go for the ball. And at the end of the day, New Canaan is going to get it after that scuff up there. So it's 55 of New Canaan, back out to 46. And rolls out of bounds. So with it now, we got movement. It's Russell for the Tuskers. Russell G finds Marzella. So Marzella, the goalie, with it, cannot pass the line halfway through the field. So he tries to throw it there, but defense shows up there, able to block it, and winds up going out of bounds. So it will be New Canaan who throws it back in. 55 now with it. Finds 2. And 2 not able to hold on, but there to pick it up is number 18 for New Canaan. So 18 has it. Finds 98. 98 has it. Finds number 9. So movement around. 9 is going to take it back to 98, who picks it up. Now 98 taking it. Goes back, finds Flynn, and it goes in. Teamwork there. So 91, I believe that was Gray again. So 98 finds Gray, and Gray gets it in. So Gray Wildman gets his 4th goal of the day as he gets it in. So teams head back out to the middle now as we have Mayfield and O'Neill back in the middle. So for the face-off, Mayfield had it, and O'Neill winds up with it. So there goes O'Neill with it for New Canaan Rams. Goes back, finds 24 now with it. Back to 91. Back to 9. So now 9 with it for New Canaan. And now he finds number 3. So 3 with it. Back out to 98. Moving around back to 3. Back out to 9. A lot of passing here again. You have 2 choices in lacrosse. You could either pass it around or take it and run with it while having to cradle with it. That's what he did there at the end to get himself in position for the goal. It winds up going off to the left and not able to get in, but they get it back, and now with it, that is 11. So number 11 with it for New Canaan Rams. For the Rams, attempts it, and it does not go in, and Marzella takes it back for the Tuskers. So 26 with it. Number 26, that is Brandon Lyle. Finds Marzella, number 27. So Marzella with it, goes deep, and the wind is roaring out here as it's going to be New Canaan who takes it back. So New Canaan goes a deep one there. 9 not able to pick it up, but 18 there behind him to grab it. So New Canaan able to hold on. There goes New Canaan going back behind the goal, trying to get the inside. Goes back. 98 not able to get it, but and the ref is gonna call it the Tuskers ball. So Tuskers are gonna continue with it. So throws it out there. It's Bolesky to Kennedy. Was the attempted receiver there, or attempted catcher there, and it winds up rolling out of bounds. But that will do it for the first quarter. And we will be back in 2 seconds.
Watch the Soma Sports Podcast, where we break down the world of sports. Back he throws. There's two defenders on the tight end. Interview guests. Here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today. Predict upcoming sport games. To win at 26 to 23, the Chargers. Debate sports. Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams. Discuss our opinions on the latest world of sports. Bowman. He could make it far. He's been impressive. And much more. This could be game. I'm with Nick Duffy.
Dean Palzol. I would definitely say Dean Palzol. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown. First joined last year. He wanted me long distance within shooters.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's gonna be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back. Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast. You can find them on YouTube.
And as the teams head back in the middle for the second quarter, let's take a look. What is the Tuskers' key to success in this game? So, playing with energy, playing with enthusiasm, and playing with grit in every phase of the game is key for the Tuskers in this one. And for any team, just to play with all these confidence as well, just key and importance just in gameplay overall. So back in the middle now for the tip-off. It's going to be O'Neal who gets it. So O'Neal wins the tip-off there. Now with it, it's 18. 18 finds 3, back out to 98, back out to 3. So 3 with it. And those of you, stay tuned as I will be continuing at halftime with my halftime show. So stay tuned with that as well. But now 3 with it. As in my halftime show, I'll be recapping and talking about the game. So and a few other Soma sports as well. So now with it, it's going to be Marzella for the Tuskers. So they're able to get it back. The score is 4-0 New Canaan after 1. For those of you just tuning in, we're in quarter number 2 of this one. Goes back. Now 21, that's Tristan Iglesias. And it's going to roll out of bounds, and Ridgefield will closer, so it's going to be Ridgefield's ball. It's going to be New Canaan's ball. So New Canaan with it. So now it's Iglesias with it. Too high. That's Miguel Iglesias. The note has committed to Notre Dame, and he too far up there, not able to get it in. So New Canaan takes it over. So there goes New Canaan. Knocks it off. That's Miguel Iglesias. However, looks like it was from the back, but they're not going to call it there. Anyway, it's going to be New Canaan who is able to get it back. So it's 18 there. for New Canaan. Finds 33 now. Back out to 9. So movement around for New Canaan. So New Canaan has it. New Canaan's going to take it. Movement around. New Canaan. It's 9. Finds, I believe that's 90. That was either 91 or 98. We just had it. Who threw it to 9. That was 91. Rolled out of bounds, but 9 able to have it back. So with it now, 9 back out to 10. Finds 33. 33 now with it. Back out to 11. There goes 11. Around for New Canaan, and it goes just too far to the right there. 11 not able to get it in, and that was Henry Haddock who attempted that goal, but it does not go in, and Tuskers Marzella throws it back out for the Tuskers. Cold and windy day, and it has been low scoring to this point, as it's still only a 4-0 lead for New Canaan, as it's 11 up. And does it go out? It was right. The ball was right by the goal, and it was number 10, I believe, who for the Tuskers, who were able to pick it up. Finds Marzella, loses it, picking it up. Marzella, but 18 able to grab it, loses again, picks it back up. So 18 with it for New Canaan, and now the flag comes out. Flag was flown, but looks like they're going to take it back, and it goes in for New Canaan. Another one. Looked like it was number 24 who got it in. That is number 24 of Schwartz. So Blake Schwartz gets it in, and now it's going to be a 5-0 lead for New Canaan. It's been a rough start for Somers, but this was going to be a tough school to beat from the beginning. They have 10 committed students going to college for this, and in addition to that, I doubt the freshman has committed anyway yet, but the 4 of their goals have been scored by the freshman. It goes in. The Tuskers, Matt Mayfield wins the tip-off there, and the Tuskers are going to get in. It's the Elephants' war here in Somers, at Somers High School, and it's going to be a goal for the Tuskers. Matt Mayfield takes it to the house, finds the goal and gets it in. So now Mayfield back in the middle with O'Neal. So Mayfield and O'Neal will be able to do it again. Mayfield able to get it at the end. Ball goes out. It's going to be picked up by New Canaan. So New Canaan now with it, working together to get down to now on their side of the field. A timeout called now, and with 8 minutes left, Somers, after that goal, they need to strategize how to get back in this game. Down by 5. They were down by 5, now down by 4. And we'll see what Coach Hirsch and the Tuskers are able to come up with here. And they got to figure out a game plan to get back into this one. But let's take a little bit more look at the New Canaan's roster talent. And New Canaan, and yeah, this is according to Coach Hirsch. They're filled with 10 committed players, and this is just according to the recruiting database, but 10 committed players, and yeah, this is gonna be a tough team from the beginning. Also, one of the top rosters in the nation, just a great team. And what do the Tuskers expect to see from New Canaan? So aggressive defensively. So yeah, we have seen a lot of aggressive defense today. They've only allowed the Tuskers to score 1 from that face-off just a moment ago, but it has been New Canaan's defense definitely here has really shown up, and they're also skilled offensively. Yeah, number 91, and their offense, led by the freshman number 91, has been able to get the goals, and yeah, just the team is just great on both sides of the ball. and there's a reason why they're ranked one of the top teams in the nation. So interesting storylines coming into this game. Again, just New Canaan was the #1 preseason public school in the country in lacrosse inside rankings. So this is going to be a tough team to beat. Best team coming out of preseason, very impressive. So it's going to be a tough challenge for Somers, and we'll see if they're able to get it done and do the comeback. But now with it, 98 finds 3, back to 9. Movement around to 11, back to 9 now. The can goes up, hits the up top of the 6x6 goal. It does not go in. A fast one there, and it's gonna be no goal there, but New Canaan able to get the ball back as they were closer. Back out to 3. Finds 98. 98 back out to 3. Movement goes underneath. Another one that does not go in. Another one too low. Goes off to the right, but New Canaan, clock used for them. Goes up, and 91 is going to get it again. Wow, this kid is phenomenal. His 5th one of the day, and Ray Wildman, 5th one of the day, and number 91, Ray Wildman, just has been a big key for the the Rams, and yeah, so Ray Wildman, and just gonna double check this. Yes, this according to this roster, don't know if this is accurate, but he is a freshman at New Canaan. So now movement around, 11 with it. So 11 with it, finds 18. 18 back out to 33. So now movement around again, passing around the goal circle formation here. Running, number 10, guarded heavily by Dean Palazzolo, finds 24. Back out to 33. Finds 11 now, passing along. 11 with it, going around, goes back, finds 10, goes back. 11 now with it, tries to get in for the goal, is not able to get it. Doesn't find a great spot to shoot there, as it was heavily guarded by Somers, and Somers is able to hold New Canaan off, as now Somers is going to take over. So now Somers with it. So it's going to be Marzella back out to Wachtel. So Wachtel finds Penzo, as there goes Penzo now. That's JJ Penzo with it. Back out. Finds in the back, finds number 21, a Tristan Iglesias. As there goes Tristan, guarded by number 43, a New Canaan. Throws it back out. Finds Kelly. Now Kelly with it. Cradling his net as he is moving around. There goes Kelly. Going around. Kelly back out to Russell. Finds 12. That's 16, my apologies, of Dillinger Mendez. As it's now back to Iglesias. Iglesias with it. Iglesias back out to, with it, that is his brother Tristan Iglesias. Back to Miguel Iglesias. Notre Dame commit. And it's going to go off to the right there for the Notre Dame commit. And Somers is ruled to have the ball here. So coming back in. It was Iglesias, but the shot clock runs out. That means it's going to be New Canaan's ball. 46 with it, loses it. But able to get it back, loses it again. Able to try to get it before it goes out of bounds, and now rolls out of bounds. Throwing it back in now is number 46 to find 43. And 43 unable to catch it there. But after that is going to be set up for the But yeah, so the Tuskers head back in. So it's going to be Tuskers ball now. Set up for potential goal here, giving them a good field position. Now with it, it's Tremendez. Tremendez has it. There goes Tremendez. Goes back. Finds Iglesias. Back out to Kelly. Kelly takes it. Kelly back out to Iglesias. Iglesias who gets it, and there goes Iglesias. Heavily guarded defense there, and New Canaan able to pick it out. The flag comes out, and we'll wait to see who this is on. From what I saw, it looked like it's on New Canaan. So the foul there, penalty there, and it is going to be the Tuskers who continue there. So Iglesias, that penalty was on New Canaan there. Going around now. With it now, it's Tremendez finds Iglesias. So Iglesias with it. Back out to Kelly. That's Tremendez. Back to Kelly. Finds Iglesias. Going around now. Taking it. That's Russell with it. Back out to Iglesias. Back to Kelly. Now with it, it's Tremendez. Tremendez finding Kelly again. Kelly taking it. Goes up and blocked. It's going to be picked up. Eventually picked up by New Canaan. It's 46 who picks it up. Fine. And 55 gets it. So goes over number 27. The ball rolls out of bounds. Somers moved closer, or left signals for Somers to have it. That's going to be Brandon Lyle, who throws it back in to Marzella. Marzella has it, the goalie for the Tuskers. Still has it, taking it. Cannot cross the halfway line, but runs close to it. Attempted pass to Kennedy. And we have a timeout. And while we take a timeout break, let's take a look at New Canaan's season. Coming into this matchup at 1-0. And their first win was versus Mamaroneck, 16-5. Another team in New York team that they played. And Somers' past matchups coming into this season, they took on Scarsdale, and it was domination from the beginning, as it was Somers who dominated, winning that one 17-4. And then I got to call that one. In addition, I had the opportunity to call the Somers Ridgefield game this past Saturday, and it was Ridgefield, too tough of an opponent for the Tuskers. And fortunately, as a Tusker, that's why I'm saying unfortunately, it was Ridgefield who wound up taking this one 15-7. But it was an exciting game, a well-fought game for Somers, and a great performance by them as well. So the teams head back out now. So with it now in the middle, win just continues to come in, as it is a 6-1 lead currently for New Canaan. Now with it, Iglesias as it continues. Iglesias finds his brother Tristan Iglesias, as Tristan Iglesias takes it. Now, movement around, guard heavily by 27. Back out to Tremendez, who loses it. And that means New Canaan is going to take it over. So New Canaan has it. Number 8 throws it back in. So with it now, movement around. 55 with it. And Somers, this team, New Canaan team, one of the top teams in the nation. It's been impressive that they've only allowed them to score 6 points here. But now with it, number 91. But yeah, an impressive performance for the Tuskers today. So with it now, 98 finds 9. So 9 with it. Goes up and goes in. That's number 9 of New Canaan. Gets it in. And number 9, that is going to be Cole Kamsey. And it goes in, and junior in New Canaan. And as he gets it in, it is a 7-1 lead now. As the Tuskers head back and the Rams head back in the middle for the tip-off. We got the middle for the tip-off. Mayfield thought he had it, but it's going to be O'Neal who winds up taking it. So O'Neal with it. Has it. Goes up far. And it's going to roll out of bounds. It was 11 and Lyle, I think. And they're going to rule Lyle closer. So Marzella. Lyle finds Marzella. Andrew Marzella, also a Boy Scout in Somers Troop 228, finds Tremendez. And it's going to go. I wonder if he was able to get across to the side of the field, but that won't matter that much. But the teams do call a timeout. And throughout today's performance, yeah, Somers is coming here with a fight. And Somers coming in here with a fight and versus the top team in the nation. Just an impressive day by them, and it'll be exciting to see what happens and how much Somers is able to score on New Canaan. New Canaan 7-1 is your current score right now. And Somers, yes, New Canaan's one of the top teams in the nation, but Somers also they have a lot of great players and great in other sports as well, including varsity football, and they were state champions this past year as they won the state championship versus Whitesboro 51-27. An exciting game there, and throughout the season, Somers Tuskers played very phenomenal football. They went undefeated on the path to the championship. So we head back. Teams head back out as we're set to continue after that timeout. So with it now, it's Tremendez with it. Tremendez, who scored multiple goals in the season opener versus Scarsdale, finds Kelly, who goes up, and defense there was Kelly had it. Had it towards the goal, but the defense for New Canaan was able to stop it from going in there. Kelly did have it in position, however. So with it now, 13. Russell finds Iglesias. Back to Russell. Going around. Now with his Brush. Brush is going up. Blocked again. Another player to highlight is New Canaan's goalie. New Canaan's goalie has been blocking a lot of goals that probably should have gone in for Somers, and one that has been key. But currently we do have a player down, and we are going to take a moment as we hope he's okay, and we will be back. So Brush is going to be helped up, and it looks like he is walking, which is a good sign as he's helped onto the golf cart, and hopefully he is okay as it looks like he was able to walk to the golf cart. A good sign there. But he is a key player for the Tuskers as he may loom big. Hopefully he is okay and will be back soon. But as we continue, before we head back, let's take a look at what did the Tuskers focus on in practice to prepare for this matchup. So they focused on improving fundamental work and formational work, and work on cultivating on what they practiced over the off season and improved on to just morally get to know what they worked on throughout the off season, so they feel comfortable with it. Also, in addition, for every team, they looked at film for New Canaan, what to expect and see for New Canaan, and maybe play. And the game plan, they came up with some game plans to work around New Canaan. So now 11 of Kelly finds Iglesias. That's Iglesias finds Russell there. Back to Tristan Iglesias, back to Russell to Miguel Iglesias. Finds Kelly. Kelly with it. Rolling around. So now Kelly finds Iglesias. So Iglesias with it now, moving around. Back out to Tristan Iglesias. And that will do it, as that is the end of the second quarter. And I'll be back in 2 seconds for a halftime show. So welcome back, as it was New Canaan who took control in the first half, a 7-1 lead, and New Canaan has really come out on top. There's a reason why I'll say it again, one of the top teams in the nation, and they have shown it against this Somers Tuskers today. However, the Tuskers able to put up one against New Canaan, and so let's just take a look. Player of the game, and I'd say for the Tuskers, that tip-off goal for Matt Mayfield, I'd say it gives him player of the game for the Tuskers. He's been phenomenal on those tip-offs throughout the season, and has gotten multiple goals from the face-offs there. In addition, on the lacrosse side of things, we had Gray, the freshman, Gray Wildman, number 91, scoring 5 goals for New Canaan. He's just a freshman, and it's just phenomenal to see how well he has done, and he and his teammates just able to find him, and whenever they find him, he is able to just get it in position for him to get it into the goal, and it's just been a very impressive game by him and his team of New Canaan, taking early control in this one. But most impressive play in the first half. I gotta go with, yes, New Canaan has looked great. They have played phenomenal, but I still gotta go with that Matt Mayfield face-off where he took it back to get it in for the goal. And that takes a lot of effort. He was able, and he just went right for it and got it in. I think that was a great play by him, and put the Tuskers on the board. The only goal of the day, but still put the Tuskers on the board, making a 7-1 game. So, now let's take a look on predictions that will happen in the second half. So, my prediction as a Tuskers fan is, yes, the Tuskers are going to come back and win, but I got to be realistic here. The score is 7-1, and this was a tough team to beat from the gate. And I do think the Tuskers are going to do better in the second half. I think they're going to score multiple goals, but still not going to be enough to beat the score of 7. In addition, I see New Canaan scoring a multiple, and I think it's going to be New Canaan taking this one. I'm going to say 16-5, but a great, maybe 16-6. But New Canaan has just been phenomenal today, and we knew from the beginning they would be a tough challenge for the Tuskers. But I do see the Tuskers putting 4 up against the New Canaan in the second half. They do have the players. They got Iglesias. They got Mayfield. They have Mason Kelly as well. They got Tristan Iglesias as well. Just great, they're top players for the Tuskers. And I think these are players that I think could score against this New Canaan team. But we'll see. It's going to be exciting. So now to talk about a little bit about what I do, why I get to be here. So I'm Benny Silk. I am the president and founder of the Somers Sports Broadcasting Club, and what we do is we get to call games off of Local Live, and we're a club at Somers High School where we meet each week planning out what games we do. In addition, we create sport talk show episodes each week. You can find it on YouTube. It's called the Somers Sports Broadcast. In addition, sometimes, fortunately we aren't today, but sometimes in the past we have called Somers games off our YouTube. In addition, we usually connect it to Local Live as well, but off our YouTube, including yesterday's Somers vs. Fox Lane girls flag football game where Somers won 44-6. But yeah, we call games and we do have cool graphics, like a full-on broadcast, very cool thing that we get to do. And in addition, we do talk show episodes. Getting back to that is we talk about sports. We talk about Soma sports, professional sports, when we predict sports, and just if you're a sport fanatic, I think it would be a great show for you, especially if you're a kid and into that. And if you go to Somers High School as well, the Somers Sports Broadcasting Club is looking for more members. You can come Wednesdays during lunch in the athletic conference room. If we're not in the athletic conference room, you can also find us in conference room 7. But it has been a fun experience overall, and something that I definitely do not regret doing. It was probably one of the best decisions in my lifetime to start in this club. We got to do so many fun things, including calling the state championship game at the Syracuse Dome. And yeah, the state championship game versus Wrightsboro, one I was talking about. And in addition, a few weeks ago, we got to interview players from the New York Giants when they came for the girls flag football event. Thanks to Coach D and the Somers Tuskers for setting that up for us to do. It was a phenomenal experience, and you can find the interviews on our YouTube, the Somers Sports Broadcast. Also follow our Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to be updated on what we do and when we have new content out. But let's take a look at some final scores in the MLB for today. So we had the Tigers who took on the Yankees, and it was the Tigers who took that one 5-0. Now moving on, currently we have the Mets playing the Marlins, and the Mets have a 6-2 lead in the top of the 6th inning. And then White Sox are taking on the Guardians, still a 0-0 tie in the bottom of the 7th. I'll be back in a moment with an update with our Somers baseball game score. So now on to Somers Sports Updates. So we have a few other games going on. We have the New Canaan versus Somers JV game going on currently, and it is New Canaan currently up 5-4 in that one for JV. In addition, we have the Somers baseball game going on on the new turf for the Tuskers, and it is currently a 4-0 lead for the opponent there. And as we get ready for the second half, we will be back in a moment after a quick ad.
sports. Back he throws. There's two defenders on the tight end. Interview guests. Here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today. Predict upcoming sport games. To win it 26-23, the Chargers win. Debate sports. Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
Discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports. Bugs Bowman. Think he could make it far. He's been impressive. And much more. This could be game.
I'm with Nick Duffy. Dean Palazzo. I would definitely say Dean Palazzo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
First joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw that super.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's gonna be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back. Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast. You can find them on YouTube.
And welcome back as we head back in for the second half. I'm going to go over a few key players for you guys to look out for in the second half. So and I'm going to be focusing on the Tuskers here. So just a few key players, and may be key if the Tuskers comeback happens. These players would need to be key for that. But looking on the Tuskers offense, so we got Miguel Iglesias, also at Notre Dame, going to Notre Dame for lacrosse, one of the best lacrosse schools as well in college. So we got Miguel Iglesias, also Mason Kelly to look out for. We got Logan Ruby. We have, and a few other players. We got Dean Palazzolo. He is phenomenal in football as well. A number 1 and great receiver for the Tuskers this past season and last season as well. And in addition, Dylan Jimenez, another one to look out for, and Tristan Iglesias, the younger brother of Miguel Iglesias. And we head back now into the middle. And yeah, those players I just mentioned, they're going to have to show up and play this New Canaan team tough in the second half to be able to get back into this game. So, back in the middle. And the Somers is going to start. So, with it, it's Iglesias, start of the second half. With it as it goes through. And we're back. So now with it, it's New Canaan. So Tuska's not able to do anything with the ball there. Going around. So with it now, 11. 11 with it. Finds 9. 9 with it as well. So 9 with it. So moving around, guarded by Brett Kennedy. Goes around Kennedy. There goes 9 for New Canaan. 9 takes it, goes up, and it's going to go off to the left. Does not go in. Tusker's defense shows up there, but New Canaan is closer, and it is going to be New Canaan who's going to retain possession. So New Canaan, number 11 with it, guarded by Lyle. There goes New Canaan. Back with it, finds 9, goes back up to 3. So with it, number 3. Taking it around 1. That's Palazzolo guarding him there. Palazzolo playing it tough. Palazzolo gets him to knock it out. A great play by Dean Palazzolo. Also in football, already has gotten an offer from a school. So after that, it's gonna be Widgefield. It's gonna be New Canaan who gets it. It goes high, and New Canaan closest is gonna retain possession. So number 18 with it now. Takes it. Goes up. Goes too high, and goes with it now. It's 18 in New Canaan. Tries to get it. And it goes in as New Canaan, number 8, gets it. Another one for New Canaan as they now take an 8-1 lead and they head back into the middle. And Logan Rowe, I believe that's his first one of the day as Logan Lowe gets it in. So Mayfield and O'Neal back in for the tip-off. Here goes Mayfield. Mayfield back out, goes underneath. Almost went in, but wind up going off to the right there. And it's going to be New Canaan who is able to pick it up. So with it now, New Canaan. That's 55. So 14 back out to 55 there, and all that 46 with it goes out. Who's gonna get it? New Canaan able to get it back. It's just open for the goal, so 18 grabs it, and when he grabs it, he sees open field. There is no one in front of their goal. And a thing for lacrosse or any sport when there's a goal, it's always good to have someone by the goal. No one there gave 18 the free goal. But it's gonna wind up going back, so it will not wind up being a goal. Moving around, 18. So they must have called something before that, preventing it. May have not fully gone in, but they are going to take the goal back. So now with it. That's number 26 of Landon Lyle. Back out. I believe that is Hudson Ruby. Hudson Ruby in now as the goalie. Something I've noticed for the Tuskers this season. They have played Marzella for the goalie the first half and Hudson Ruby for the second half. So it looks like that is what they're doing again today. Coming around now, it's Miguel Iglesias. Movement back there goes Bolesky moving back. It's Kelly moving forward as it's Iglesias cradling the net. Back around now, finds Tremendez. That was Tristan Iglesias to find Tremendez. Before that, Miguel found his brother. Picking it up now, Tremendez loses it, and after all of that, we'll see who the refs say have it. Looks like it's going to be New Canaan. So New Canaan, actually Somers with it. So Somers with it now. So it's Russell with it. Back out, finds Iglesias. Iglesias picks it up. Iglesias, blocked by number 88. Iglesias taking it. Flag goes out now. They did try to knock him out from the back there, so the flag does go out. It's gonna be on New Canaan. And now players subbing out. Number 0 heads in for the Tuskers. Number 8 heads in for New Canaan. Number 0, that is Cameron Violante, a star receiver for the Tuskers in varsity football as well this season, and only as a sophomore, catching a ton of touchdowns this past season from Miguel Iglesias. So, back in now. So with it now, it is going to be Iglesias, Tristan Iglesias, finds Miguel Iglesias. So Iglesias brothers and Kelly playing 3v3 catch there as Iglesias goes out, finds Tremendez. So Tremendez now with it. Back to Iglesias, who finds Kelly. So movement around, Russell, back to Kelly, back to Iglesias to Tremendez, goes in. Camlin Violante gets it in, and the Tuskers get their second goal of the day. Camlin Violante gets it in, and now a sophomore of Somers High School, just went into the game, gets his second goal of the day. So Cameron Violante was just put in for the Tuskers and already on the board for a goal. An impressive start for him. And he is a player to look out for next year for Somers Lacrosse, as with a bunch of players graduating, going to college. He will be one of the next key players, most likely up. So now heading in, 11 comes in for the Tuskers. Swap out there. That's Mason Kelly back in. 13 comes in, and Dean Palazzolo comes out. So with it now, it's Tristan Iglesias. Movement around to Miguel Iglesias, finds Kelly there. It goes up, goes in. Tuskers go back to back. Mason Kelly gets it in. What a play. So we're going to take a look at that again. So Kelly, they found Kelly there. Kelly found the opening and just went right for it, getting it in the goal. Mason Kelly, number 11, gets it in. What a play for the Tuskers. And folks, it's a 5-point game. The Tuskers are on track. Based on how they're playing, it's a possibly come back, as it is currently a 2-1 lead in the second half for the Tuskers. So Matt Mayfield with it now, as the Tuskers are able to get back-to-back phenomenal goals there. With it now, it's Tremendez. 55. Poking him from the back, trying to do I don't know what there, as Iglesias gets it, goes up. It almost goes in, but the goalie was not paying attention for a second, but it winds up rolling off to the side, and New Canaan does get lucky there, so it does not go in, as New Canaan continues with it. So New Canaan with it. It's now 18 scored a goal today. That's Roan. That's Logan Lowe. As now number 9 checks in, and number 3 checks in for New Canaan. So 9 finds 3. Back out to 98. Rolling 98. Coming around. Back to 3. There goes 3. Coming around. 3 has it. Guarded by Russell. Ball comes out, but 3 is able to pick it up. And whistle's blown. We'll see what the call is here. So a very windy day outside. It has been like this the whole time. And this has definitely affected the gameplay, and and it's been more of a defensive game, most likely due to the weather today. And when it's colder, you're still able to play sports, but it's a little more tough. It's tough being outside in the cold in these elements and being able to still do what you need to do, but it's not too tough. Like, you're still able to execute, but it may take. Usually when it's colder weather, it does take a bit longer and is a bit more of a low-scoring game. For example, it's going to be Ruby there for the block there. For example, the Rams-Jets game I went to, it was freezing, and a game that was supposed to be all offensive, we saw all defense. It was 6-6 at half with a 19-9 win in that one. And, yeah, that game just showed that weather does matter a lot of time when it's colder weather. There aren't as many points, as it is a little more tougher to play in cold weather. But at the same time, it really depends on the team as well and the players and how they're used to cold weather. For example, teams like the Chiefs are used to playing in cold weather. The Patriots are used to playing in cold weather, and they still succeed in cold weather, including scoring 59 points in the snow. But now, rolling around, Iglesias back out, finds Iglesias, goes back and under, a block there for New Canaan. So New Canaan gets it back, and number 14 of New Canaan. Goalie shows up there. Their goalie, number 14, that is going to be Carwell. So now with it, taking it down, it's going to be picked up. Brett Kennedy. Is he going to get it? And Brett Kennedy winds up with it. No one was able to grab it, but Kennedy finally able to get it. Goes back to Hudson Ruby there, the goalie, and finds Lyle. So Lyle goes back to Ruby. Ruby going. Finds, that is going to be Watchell. Watchell. Back to Tremendez. So Tremendez with it. Guarded heavily by New Canaan. So Tremendez finds Iglesias, gets out of there and finds Iglesias. Now it's Miguel Iglesias with it. Goes up high. Finds, that is going to be Tristan Iglesias. Back out to Kelly. Kelly takes it. Goes around. Great play to get around. Number 27. 20 has it now. 20 with it. Goes back to 16 and Tremendez. So Tremendez has it now. Slowing down a little bit as the Tuskers are now down 18 seconds left on the shot clock. With it now. It's Tremendez. Has it, goes up, goes in. Another one for the Tuskers. Dylan Tremendez is going to make it a 4-point game. The Tuskers are on a roll here. Tremendez gets it in. What a play for him. Tuskers making it a 4-point game as we head back in the middle for the tip-off. Folks, the Tuskers are back in this game. The fact that it's a 4-point game this late, it's been a phenomenal second-half performance by the Tuskers. It's been a great performance. Just the team overall working together. Miguel Iglesias, Mason Kelly, both have been key for Tuskers' success. In addition to Dylan Tremendez. Dean Palazzo also has been there. But it really comes down to the team. Cameron Violante came in for just a tiny little bit, and he got a goal. So it really comes down to the team working together. And that is helping the Tuskers out a lot in this second half against this New Canaan team. So Iglesias now with it. Goes back underneath, and it does not go in. If that went in, it would have been a 3-point game, but New Canaan is able to block it. They are taking it back. Goes back. It's going to be touched by Watchell, and who winds up with it? We'll find out in a moment. And after all that, it's going to be, I think it was Bolesky who had it. Yeah, it was named Bolesky. So yeah, so Bolesky winds up with it, but they may have blown the whistle beforehand, and we'll see who they decide gets the ball here. So 91, they're right by where the ball was. 91 scored 5 goals. He's a freshman of Gray. Gray has scored 5 goals for this New Canaan team today. Been very impressive as 91 there. And yeah, he has scored. Yeah, another thing to mention is that Gray has outscored the Tuskers overall today, 5-4, if you look at it that way. Going around now. And it's not just him that helped on those 5 goals. It's a team effort. He was just the one there to put it in, but it really comes down to a team effort. The team, for all sports, it's the team. There's a reason why Tuskers, there's a reason why Tuskers, New Canaan, like, to do good at a sport, you have to give a good effort. Another thing that Coach Hirsch said that Tuskers need to do to be able to succeed in games. But 9 finds 7, back out to 11, back to 9, goes underneath, goes off to the left there, low there. It does not go in. Lyle there helped on the block, Try to get it in. Now 11 with it. Back to Gray. Back out to 9. Back to 3. Goes up too high there. Attempted on the shot. That was Carson. And Carson's shot does not go in too high there, as it's going to be thrown back out. Finds 11. Back out to 9. 9 with it. So 9 with it, as he just cradles and runs with the ball to end off the third quarter. And folks, Somers really showed up in that third quarter. In that third quarter, New Canaan started off with the goal, but then it was Cameron Violante teamwork, getting Cameron Violante in position to get that goal, and he just came in right before then and got it in. Since then, he's been back on the sideline. So Violante got it in. After that, it was followed by a Kelly goal, and then after that, the Tuscans were able to add one more. It was Tremendez, and Tuscans have made this a 4-point game in distance to very well get back in this game and maybe even upset New Canaan. But with 1 minute left, let me just talk about upcoming broadcasts. So I'll be back here this Friday as the girls flag football takes on Tappan Z. I'll definitely be here for that one. We also have this game, most likely I will be here for this one. We have the Somers Tuskers taking on Briarcliff in boys varsity lacrosse, and that one should be an exciting game. And Somers, it is kind of going to be a must-win for Somers, except if they are able to come back. Still, always, every game is a must-win. You got to win every game to have the best record you can, get top seed playoffs, and who knows? The two teams that the Tuskers have struggled against this year have been great Connecticut teams, and Connecticut, one of the top states at lacrosse as well, so better than New York at lacrosse just overall. And it's going to be, and from the beginning this was a tough challenge, but the fact that it's only a 4-point game, Somers is really showing up today. An update on the JV game, we are currently all tied at 7 in that one. We're back out, start of the fourth quarter now. And we're off, so we're back. Number 9 shoots it, and the shot clock goes to 0. Shot is also blocked, and they are not able to get in. And even if it went in, it would have been close if it made it in right before the shot clock or not. But taking it is Dean Palazzolo. Palazzolo with it. Palazzolo back to Iglesias. Now with his Tristan Iglesias. Iglesias has it, finds Miguel. So now Miguel with it. Miguel Iglesias finds Russell there. So Russell there with it. Taking it, also part of the Somers Tuskers varsity football team, finds Battaglia. Battaglia back out to Kelly. Kelly has it. Kelly back out. Rolling around, finds Iglesias. Iglesias with it. Goes back. Finds Kelly. Ooh, it's going to slip through and roll out of bounds. Battaglia. They're going to actually rule the New Canaan closer, number 24. So 24 throws it back out. Back out to 46. So 46 has it for New Canaan. Going back around and taken back by Battaglia of the Tuskers. Battaglia finds Iglesias. Iglesias with it. Finds Battaglia again. Finds Russell. So now Russell with it, taking it. As Kelly comes in for the Tuskers. Now moving to the back. it was Iglesias who had it. Loses it. Bounces around, and able to scoop it up is his brother, Tristan Iglesias. Tristan Iglesias back out to Tremendez, goes up. Another one for the Tuskers. Tuskers make this a 3-point game. What a play. As the Tuskers get another one. And now, folks, making it a 3-point game. That is 4 unanswered for the Tuskers as well. Dylan Tremendez been phenomenal today. Multiple goals today for him as well. And Iglesias able to help get Tremendez in position. So Iglesias found Tremendez. And Tremendez was right by the goal, able to get it through. And by goalie number 14 for New Canaan. For that, it was Miguel Iglesias who had that. It was just a phenomenal and lucky play for the Tuskers overall, eventually got them in position. They lost it and was able to pick it up. Iglesias found Dylan, and Dylan got it in for the goal. So 11 back out to 98. Back to 9. Movement around here, back to 98. New Canaan. They are kind of a must score for them to get the momentum back, but it's going to be Kennedy who grabs it on defense. Loses it, but able to get it back. So it's Brett Kennedy, star defensive player for the varsity football Tuskers on this. Finds Tristan Wachell. So Wachell with it. Going around, guarded heavily by 3. Goes back, finds Ruby. He is committed to Springfield College. And it's going to be too high there, but Somers looks to be closer. So it's going to be Tristan Iglesias moved closer, and he is going to throw it back in for the Tuskers. Tuskers have made this a 3-point game, as there goes Iglesias. Back out, finds Ruby, goes up, and a great save by New Canaan's goalie, number 14, of Jackson Conwell. Going around now, 91 with it. He has scored 5 goals today, and it goes up. And did that go in? It does not go in. It was close, hard to tell, but it does not go in. A great break there for the Tuskers, as now with it, that's Kelly. Kelly with it finds... That's Russell, back out to Kelly. Finds Battaglia. So now here goes Battaglia. Has it. Battaglia, back out. Finds... That's Tremendez. Tremendez currently with it. Goes to the back. No other Tuskers in the back of the net, however, so he's going to keep it there. Tries to win it. There was really no pass options for him, so had to win there. Back out now, finds Miguel Iglesias. With him back there was number 10. Goes back out. Rolls out of bounds. Number 10, that was George. Back out there, that was number 16, and Tremendez out there with him. So, one close one that could have gone in for the Tuskers, but the Tuskers are able to get it back. They were closest to the ball as Iglesias finds Russell. Back to Kelly. Finds Battaglia. Battaglia has it now. Battaglia is going to lose it. And shot clock goes to 0. New Canaan will take over. So here comes New Canaan. New Canaan will start off cradling it, as currently with the ball, number 43. With it now. And it's going to be the Tuskers who take over. Tuskers with a great stop there, as there goes Tristan with it. Going to Emerson College to play lacrosse as well. Loses it, picks it up. That's 21 who's able to pick it up, but they're going to lose Somers the ball, as Iglesias is able to continue. So Miguel Iglesias throws it out. Finds Tristan, now back to Russell. So Russell with this. Back out to 6. That's 6 of Mayfield. Taking it. So Matt Mayfield slowing down. 21 in front of him. Iglesias off far to his left. Coming up as well as the flag goes out now. But Mayfield's still going to take it. Goes up. Goes back and finds. That's Tremendez. Back out to Kelly. Iglesias finds Iglesias. Flag now down. So there was a flag, but they still continue to play on. Goes up. And and we'll see what the flag is as now in comes Camlin Violante for the Tuskers. Matt Mayfield, Mason Kelly head on out. So Mason Kelly stays in, just walking towards the sideline, but stays in. So we have Violante coming in for Matt Mayfield there. As the Tuskers offense spread it out and ready as Tristan Iglesias is going to be starting off with the ball. So Tristan Iglesias throws it back out there. Back to Tremendez, who finds Tristan Iglesias to Miguel Iglesias. Back to Kelly. Figures out that the goal is not open, but Somers having momentum here. See if they're able to get anything done. Fast goal there. There goes Iglesias, goes underneath and does not go in. As it's going to wall and 8 is able to hold on. And a timeout now. And with 5 minutes to go, 5:05 left to go in this one, Somers has made it a 3-point game. It's been a 4-1 half for Somers. And folks, it's been a really impressive performance by the Tuskers today. Again, this new Canaan team has 10 committed players to go to college, and they were the number 1 ranked preseason school in the country in inside lacrosse rankings. So the fact that the Tuskers are giving them this much of a fight is very impressive, and it has been a lot of the key players. A lot of the Tuskers have been working well together, but a few to shout out. Dylan Tremendez found the ball a lot, gotten multiple goals, and not even that has helped get the Tuskers in position and just help with some key plays for the Tuskers in this game. In addition, Miguel Iglesias, Tristan Iglesias brothers, and Mason Kelly also having a great game. I'll say those 4 names again have been phenomenal today. Matt Mayfield also, can't forget about Matt Mayfield's face-off goal. They took it back for the goal there in the first half. And a shout out to Bob Kostick as he is watching the Somers stream. And thank you for watching us today. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in today, as I appreciate all of you listening. And with 5:05 left, we're going to see what happens here. Will Somers make it a closer game? Will they pull it off and pull off the comeback? It's going to be tough, but if any group of players can get it done, it's the Somers Tusker squad. We've seen them do great stuff in football. That Harrison game, they were down 6-0. We ended up taking it 14-6. We have also seen the 8-0 comeback. There hasn't been that many comebacks they've had against Mayapack week 3, but they have always been able to work together to figure out how to win the game, as they went undefeated this past season. Working together here to get this win versus New Canaan, as they have made it a 3-point game versus a top-ranked team in the preseason rankings. So with it now, number 9, a New Canaan. Goes up, goes back, and a great defense there. But New Canaan is going to be able to get it back. Great defense there by the Tuskers, not allowing that to go in. Wolves off to the left as it goes up back to 98. Who has it? Goes up too high, and it's going to be taken by Penzo. There goes JJ Penzo with it, taking it. And if you tune into the most recent episode of the Soma Sports Broadcast, we had a post-game interview with Logan Ruby and JJ Penzo about the game versus Scarsdale, as they were ecstatic about that win to kick off the season. So now with it, it's Palazzolo. Back out. Movement around. It's Iglesias. Goes back. It's Kelly now. Kelly back out. Finds Palazzolo. Now movement. There goes Iglesias. Goes back to Iglesias. Iglesias with it. Back to Kelly. Kelly with it now. Kelly takes it. Kelly guarded by 27. Gets him from the back. They may count that as a penalty, as you're only allowed to hit a player with a stick from the front, but they are not going to call it there. So with it now, number 9 of New Canaan. So New Canaan winds up getting it back, knocked down, and it's going to be picked up. That's the Tuskers picking up. Who was that? That's going to be none other than Brett Kennedy. With it now is Russell with 2:56 left, still down by 3. Tuskers trying to make it, this point, a closer game. As with it now, it's Tremendez, and it's going to be knocked out. 55 takes it for New Canaan. Back deep, finds 91, and that's going to be his 6th goal of the day for Gray. What a play by him. And his 6th goal by this freshman on New Canaan gets it in. That is Gray Wildman. Another one for him. Gray Wildman gets his 6th goal of the day. And there's been a lot of great performances. This is probably one of the best performances I have seen in my days of calling lacrosse games, which has been all the way back till last Wednesday. So now with it, it's O'Neill back out to 8. Eight back to Gray, to Wildman. Wildman has it. 6 goals today for him. Just a phenomenal performance. Again, it's just a very impressive. A freshman scoring 6 goals in this game. And that is according to the New Canaan rosters. So with it now, 33. Goes back, finds 18. 18 back out to 33. Movement around now, 27 seconds left as we have 1:49 left on the game for the game. Quick game today. As 20 finds 18. 18 goes up, goes in. Another one for New Canaan. New Canaan's momentum has come back, scoring 2 straight goals. That was number 18 of Low Wogan. Logan Lowe gets it in. And now we head back in the middle. It's going to be O'Neill and Mayfield for the tip-off. Now it is, again, a 5-point game. So 5 more points. 5-point lead. It is pretty much a game that's pretty much over for this game. But you never know. Will the Tuskers pull off the impossible? Yeah, at this point, it's over. But you never know with the Tuskers. That's 24 takes it. Flag goes out, but a great performance today by the Tuskers. They gave all the effort, especially in the second half, scoring those 4 goals. In addition to that goal in the first half, that face-off, Mayfield taking it all the way back. And all the other goals, Tremendez has had a phenomenal performance. And just for a top team in the nation, one of the top teams in the Nation, and they were a top team in power rankings coming out of the preseason. This was going to be a tough matchup from the beginning, and the fact that Somers has came into this one, only allowed New Canaan to score 10 and put up 5 on them. Just a great day by Somers overall. So we're back, and while we take a moment, let's just go over some basics of lacrosse. So, our lacrosse net is 6 feet wide and 6 feet wide, and crease rule is you have to move the ball back. An offensive player is not allowed to go in the crease, in the line, or around the goal of the line. So there's a certain distance. There's a line around the goal, and there's a certain distance each player has to shoot the goal for it to be able to count. I believe they took a goal back because of that earlier today. So, looking back to more, lacrosse is a game that goes into overtime, as there's no ties in that one, so we'll go whoever scores first wins. It's not like football where both team gets possessions. It's just sudden death. So if this game were to go into overtime, both team wins. However, Fox Lane JV girls game did end in a tie. That was because they came to a mutual decision to end that in a tie. But usually lacrosse games don't end in a tie. Back around now. Movement around. 3 with it. Goes up. A great block by Hudson Ruby there for the Tuskers. A great play by him. With 51 seconds left, goes out of bounds. New Canaan is going to be closer. And an update on the Somers Varsity boys baseball game. The score is currently 7-1 with Somers unfortunately down. But movement around. 3 finds 7. And who loses it, rolls out. New Canaan will be closer. 23 seconds left. So the Tuskers, again, just a phenomenal performance today. Gave a lot of effort against this top team. And result for the Somers JV game. Somers takes it in overtime as it goes back. Glacius tries to get a late one, but it doesn't even go in. Then the flag comes out. But Somers getting a victory today in the JV game in overtime. As the wind is blowing hard outside. It's just been windy here all day. And very windy here, but Tuskers have faced the elements this season. This past Saturday, in that game, it was raining. It was bad weather, rainy throughout the day. It wound up clearing up a little bit for the game, but the Tuskers still put up a good performance against Ridgefield. But this clock winds up going to 0, and the Tuskers get their second loss of the year. They're going to fall to 1-2 on the season, and New Canaan is going to head to a 2-0 start of the season. A big win for New Canaan, and Somers will take on Briarcliff on Friday in a must-win game to get back in it. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. The final score is New Canaan 10, Somers 5. Have a great night, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, and have a great night.